Academically Global Healthcare Academically team welcome you to the webinar of the days, where we are going to talk about exploring global opportunities for dentists and physiotherapists. So let's get started. First of all, I would like to introduce our team and our organization with all of you present here. Let's talk a bit about Academically. Headquartered aimed at helping healthcare professionals excel in their lives and their careers. It was established by Dr. Akram Ahmed, who is an educationist and a healthcare professional with years of experience across several roles in India, Malaysia, and Australia. Academically offers support to healthcare professionals who wish to upscale their careers by migrating to Australia or other countries. Setting new standards by providing preparation courses for the most advanced global healthcare exams, Academically offers guidance resources and an unwavering support to each one of you. Now, let me introduce you all to our CEO and founder, who Academically is the vision of whose, Dr. Akram Ahmed. Dr. Akram is a clinical pharmacist and a lecturer with over 10 years of teaching and research experience across various subjects of medicine in India, Malaysia, and Australia. His goal is to help qualified healthcare professionals across the globe, be it the pharmacists, medical doctors, dentists, nurses, lab technicians, and physiotherapists, achieve their passions and dreams by educating and training them. Introducing our academic heads to all of you, we have Dr. Snigdha Sharma, the Academic Head Medical Courses. Dr. Sharma is the Academic Head Medical Courses here at Academically. She has completed her MBBS and MD Gold Medalist from Christian Medical College in Hospital, Ludhiana, India. With over 10 years of extensive experience, Dr. Snigdha brings a wealth of experience in medical research, data analysis, and primary healthcare, amongst other skills that she possesses. Ma'am is also a USMLE qualified doctor. Dr. Kamlesh Soni serves as the academic head at Academically, providing invaluable guidance and expertise across all our courses and mentorship programs. With a PhD in medicinal chemistry from India's premium institute, Central Drug Research Institute, CDRI, and more than 15 years of professional experience, Dr. Soni brings a wealth of knowledge to our academic endeavors. Next is Dr. Alok Semwal, who is a seasonal pharmacy expert with a PhD in pharmacy sciences.
Excuse me, Dr. Sonal. Your screen is not visible. Please share.
Okay, 1 second. Is it visible now?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not visible. Can you please reshare?
Yeah, yes, sir. Okay, so I'm sharing again to let me know if it's visible. Is it visible now?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll change it once. You let me know if it's changing or not. Okay. Okay, is it visible? Then I change the slide?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. All right. So as I was introducing you all to our academic heads, I talked about Dr. Snigdha Sharma, who is the academic head of medical courses with her expertise in medical research, data analysis, and primary healthcare, amongst other skills that she possesses, also being a USMLE qualified doctor. Next, our academic head is Dr. Kamlesh Soni, who serves as the academic head at Academically, providing invaluable guidance and expertise across all our courses and mentorship programs. With a PhD in medicinal chemistry from India's premium institute, Central Drug Research Institute, CDRI, and more than 15 years of professional experience, Dr. Soni brings a wealth of knowledge to our academic endeavors. Next is Dr. Alok Semwal, Dr. Alok is a seasoned pharmacy expert with a PhD in pharmaceutical sciences and over 14 years of professional experience. As the assistant academic head at Academically, he leads the development of innovative pharmacy courses, contributing significantly to educational advancement in the field. Dr. Semwal is also a respected editor for several scientific journals and has authored numerous scientific articles and book chapters published in renowned journals. So these are our academic heads for all of you. So now first, I would request all the physiotherapists out here to please pay attention because we're going to talk about the Australian Physiotherapy Council written assessment exam. So I'll first discuss about physiotherapy, then we will move on to dentistry, and in the end, we'll have a Q&A session wherein you guys can raise your hands and we'll take up each and everyone's question and try to answer that. So all the physiotherapists out there, here is the APC information for you all. So talking about the Australian Physiotherapy Council preparatory course of Academically, first, let me introduce to you all our faculties. Dr. Kushangi Pashuwala, MPT Neurology, who works in Australia. She's an AFRA registered physiotherapist. Dr. Prachi Deshpratar, BPT and MPT registered physiotherapist from AFRA again. Dr. Mansi Gadhavi and Dr. Dilpreet Kaur. So all our faculties are working in Australia and they are APC qualified and AFRA registered, who will guide you through this program. Why choose Australia, everybody? So Australia offers 1,85,000 visa, which is very, 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 feasible for you all. Just a second. Is my screen visible to all of you?
No, it's not visible. Somebody is sharing the screen.
Okay. Is it visible now?
No.
Okay.
Tendil is sharing some screen, ma'am.
Okay.
प्लीज तौसीफ यहाँ पर क्या कर रहे हो? ये जो कोई अनम्यूट कर रहा है क्या? उसमें वहां सेंट्रली तुमने मेंटेन नहीं कर रहे हो क्या?
सर ये
कोई भी शेयर कर दे रहा है स्क्रीन, कोई भी जो है अनम्यूट कर ले रहा है अपने आप को. Dr. Sonal, you can reshare, please.
Sir, is it visible now?
No.
Okay, I'll reshare. Guys, please hold on for a moment. There is some technical issue. We'll just get back 2 minutes, okay? Thank you.
So guys, there is some technical issue. Just please wait with us. So she will start again, So I think please do not share this screen or please do not unmute in between. Once we complete this presentation, then we will, give you the chance. You can unmute yourself and you can ask the question, whatever you have. Okay.
Hello.
Yes, please wait. We are going to restart soon. Please do not share the screen.
So we're ready to start. I'll just share my screen again.
Yes, Dr. Soni.
Is it visible now?
Yes, it's visible.
Thank you so much. Okay, so here we were. Let me continue. Sorry for the inconvenience, everybody. Talking about the APC course of ours, which is there for the physiotherapists. Australian Physiotherapy Council, APC. As I mentioned, introducing our faculties to all of you, we have Dr. Kushangi Pashuwala, who is MPT Neurology AFRA registered. We have Dr. Prachi Desh Pratap, BPT and MPT registered physiotherapist with AFRA. She is also an APC qualified faculty. We have Dr. Mansi Gadhavi, which is again BPT and MPT qualified faculty, and Dr. Dilpreet Kaur. So as I mentioned, and as it is shown over here, all our faculties are APC qualified who are working in Australia, and all of them are AFRA registered, who will be guiding you throughout this program if you get enrolled with Academically for the APC course of ours. Now, the most important question which comes here is why choose Australia? Everyone, Australia offers 1,85,000 visa for you all to go and practice over there in their country. There are 6,000 plus job vacancies, and the salary is immensely good. Up to AUD 1 lakh is what you get in Australia as a physiotherapist if you go and practice over there. So these are the several reasons all in all why you need to choose Australia for your professional career. Average salary, as we were talking about. So how much does a physiotherapist make in Australia? It's $95,000 annually. This is a data based on 10,000 salaries. So the average physiotherapist salary in Australia is $95,000 per year, or $48.72 per hour. Mark my words. Entry-level positions start at $85,000 per year, while most experienced workers make up to $117,816 per year. So you get a hefty amount if you go and practice in Australia. And if you talk about the job opportunities, currently you have 5,864 job opportunities if you look at over the internet. So this is one of the statistics which we have for you all to actually, try to think about Australia. And it's totally factual, which is the stat mentioned in front of you. Now, the benefits for physiotherapists in Australia. Number one, higher earning potential. Everyone with annual salaries that go up to AUD 1 lakh migrating to Australia as a physiotherapist has an immensely high earning potential. The quality of life. Australia is known for its high standard of living, excellent healthcare, and diverse culture, making it an attractive destination for many people. Career opportunities. There is a high demand for physiotherapists in Australia, along with perks such as instant PR or work visas. Talking about the work-life balance, which we all have been thinking about and which is always there in our mind. Australia, everyone, has a good work-life balance, which can help physiotherapists manage their workload and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Professional development. Physiotherapists in Australia have access to ongoing professional development opportunities and advanced technologies which can help them advance their skills and knowledge. And definitely there's something for your family as well. So you have free education and healthcare access. Australia offers several perks to the residents, such as free education for children and free healthcare access. So you get to see a lot of benefits for physiotherapists who want to practice in Australia. Now, everyone, what is the APC written assessment? Please listen to me carefully, and you can take up your questions. Like, we can take up your questions after the presentation. Guys, the APC written assessment is the assessment conducted by Australian Physiotherapy Council. So Australian Physiotherapy Council is the organization which conducts this particular exam for those overseas physiotherapists who want to go and practice in Australia, who are not belonging to Australia. And why do they do so? To check the competence of overseas physiotherapists and grant them registration in Australia. So if you want to go and practice in Australia, you need to pass this particular exam. The purpose of the exam is to ensure that internationally qualified physiotherapists have the necessary knowledge to practice safely and effectively within the Australian healthcare system. So this is the introduction to the APC written assessment. About the APC exam, talking about the centers, APC written assessment is a remote written assessment. This is an online exam, which means you can take it anywhere, including your home country. You can sit at your home and you can sit for the APC exam. The biggest advantage anybody could get. Exam dates, one more thing. You get 4 times a year the opportunity to sit for the exam. The APC written assessment is conducted 4 times a year in the months of March, June, September, and December. So you can sit at your home and appear for the exam. You get 4 opportunities to sit for the exam in 1 year. And how is the exam conducted? APC exam is a remotely supervised examination conducted 4 times a year, as I mentioned. This means that the candidate from India or any other country can complete the written assessment from India or their home country itself. I repeat, the APC exam is a remotely supervised exam conducted 4 times a year. This means that the candidate from any respective country can complete the written assessment from their own home country. So these are the several advantages which you have as a physiotherapist in the Australian Physiotherapy Council APC exam. Eligibility criteria, very simple. You only need 4-year bachelor's degree in physiotherapy, and the candidate must hold the educational qualification requirements for registration without any restriction in your country of training. 2 eligibility criteria to sit for the APC exam. Steps towards your dream. So now this is the entire flow chart which you need to follow if you want to pass the APC exam, or rather go to Australia and work as a physiotherapist. Number 1 is the interim certificate. Now what is the interim certificate? First of all, the Australian Physiotherapy Council, they sort of test you. वो आपकी टेस्ट लेते हैं कि आप उस एग्जाम में बैठने लायक हो कि नहीं. Do you fulfill the standards of APC and can you sit in the examination or not? Which is called as eligibility assessment. So they will assess your documents and everything, and they will give you a certificate that yes, you are capable to sit for the exam. Along with that, there is a cultural safety training, which is again provided by the APC website only. So you need to pass the eligibility assessment with your documents and the cultural safety training. This is your first step. When you get a green flag from here, you move to the English proficiency test. So I'll talk about this, that how much score do you want? Because the countries or somebody who belongs to a country where English is not the mother tongue or it's not the most spoken language, you need to pass the English proficiency test. Okay. Once both the things are done, then you are eligible to sit for the physiotherapy written assessment. Limited registration, as in there are numbered seats, so you have to book the exam in priority. Once the written assessment is qualified, you have to sit for the clinical examination. So interim certificate, English proficiency test, written examination, and the clinical examination. One big change which has come on 18th November, everybody, is you have to attempt English proficiency test before the written examination. Earlier it was not there, but now before the written examination, you will have to pass the English proficiency test. Okay, so these 4 simple methods to finish up with the APC equivalence exam. Now, as I was mentioning about the interim certificate and over here about the eligibility assessment, the same eligibility assessment is also called as the skill assessment. What are the requirements? We need your physiotherapy degree, your transcript, which is your consolidated mark sheet of all the years, your work experience, if you have, if you don't have, okay. your valid passport, government ID proof, passport size photograph, and physiotherapy registration certificate. These are the documents which are required. Again, I repeat, English proficiency is also required, which I'll show you after this slide. Yes, coming down to English proficiency requirements. So there are 3 exams which are accepted by the AFRA board or the Physiotherapy Council. Number 1, IELTS. You need to have an individual band score of 7, or you can do PTE. PTE score of 65 or higher is required, or you can also sit for OET, for which you require a minimum score of 350 out of 500 or grade B. All these courses are also offered to you by Academically. So we also cater to these English proficiency. We also help you in the English proficiency along with the APC written assessment preparation. So IELTS, PT and OET are the English proficiency requirements. Now the features of the APC exam or the pattern. APC exam consists of 30 case-based scenarios plus 60 MCQs. So you have multiple choice questions and the case-based scenarios. The time duration of the exam is 4 hours. In 4 hours, these many questions, and the minimum scoring requirement is 50%. Everybody, there is no negative marking, so you do not be scared about that. And if we talk about the duration of preparation through Academically, the duration of preparation is 16 weeks with Academically. So this is the pattern of the APC exam. Expression of interest. Eligible for permanent visa, 189, 190 PR visa. You also have sponsored visa for physiotherapists, which is 482 visa, 2 years experience is required for that. 494 visa, for which again you have 2 years experience requirement. 491 visa, which is a regional sponsored PR visa. The experience required for the 482 visa, which was earlier 2 years, has been reduced to 1 year from November 2024. So these are the different kinds of visa which you get as a physiotherapist if you want to migrate. Program highlights of Academically. How do we at Academically help you to prepare for this exam? Instructor-led self-paced content. You have a self-paced content. You can go at your own speed. You have a one-on-one mentoring support who are very, very expert in this APC course preparation. You have extended access to content. You can extend your access to the content as well as and when you want. Flexible schedule. Okay, you have live classes, you have recorded classes, because we know that you are working professionals. So it's a great flexibility for all of you. Periodic webinars from industry mentors to let you know what's happening around, right? In this particular examination or also in general. Feedback and assessment, the way you're studying, the way you're preparing, constant feedbacks, constant assessment of each and every student is being done in Academically. We also give you tips on CV writing and cover letter generation. We also help you with that, and placement and visa support. So instructor-led and self-paced content, one-on-one mentoring support, extended access to content, flexible schedule, periodic webinars, feedback and assessment, tips on CV writing and cover letter generation, and placement and visa support are the program highlights which we at Academically provide you. Talking about the fee structure. So this is the government fee structure of the APC Council. English proficiency test PTA charges about AUD 285. Interim certificate, wherein we have the eligibility assessment and cultural safety training, it's 1364 AUD. Written assessment exam fees is 1958 AUD, and the clinical assessment exam fees is 4263 AUD. So this is the entire fee structure for the APC exam. Now, so this was a standard pathway. अगर आपको Australian Physiotherapy Council से certification चाहिए, if you want to practice physiotherapy over there, sit for the exam, pass the exam, and you get a proper like license to practice in Australia. Now we come to the second pathway. एक alternative pathway है. If you don't want to sit for the examination, you have this pathway. So let's talk about this. It's a different pathway. It's a bypass pathway if you don't want to sit for the exam. HCPC for UK. Very simple. As a physiotherapist, if you want to practice in UK, in England, you do not need to sit for an examination. आपको सिर्फ HCPC, जो वहाँ के फिजियोथेरेपी, जो वहाँ की काउंसिल है, हेल्थ केयर प्रोफेशंस काउंसिल, वहाँ से आपको रजिस्ट्रेशन करानी है. You have to submit your documents and you can get a license to practice in UK. HCPC is healthcare professionals. Let me show you. Now guys, what is HCPC registration for physiotherapist? Post-Brexit means earlier Britain was a part of European Union. But after Britain got exited from the European Union, which is Brexit, the UK faces a shortage of physiotherapists as European professionals' previous ease of visa access has been significantly restricted. This change has led to increased job opportunities for physiotherapists within the UK. HCPC, everyone, is Health and Care Professions Council, is the statutory regulator for 15 health and care professions in the United Kingdom. जिसमें से physiotherapy भी एक है. Its registration process is essential for ensuring that physiotherapists are qualified and competent and meet professional standards to practice in the UK. Additionally, patients are becoming increasingly aware of and compliant with home exercise regimens, making physiotherapy a demanding job in the UK. So international physiotherapists who are not from UK can register in the UK or the United Kingdom by submitting the required documents. Unlike in other countries, there is no need for an exam. So I'll show you the process. Why choose the United Kingdom? You have 24,100 plus visas for skilled workers in UK, 3,000 plus current openings for the role of registered physiotherapist, and 40,588 pound of annual salary which you get in the United Kingdom. That's also a very good scope for you guys to go and practice over there. What are the benefits for physiotherapists in UK? Everyone, physiotherapists in UK earn competitive salaries with the potential for increases. There are no qualifying exams. You must submit the necessary documents and you get your registration done. And physiotherapy is a growing field with increasing demand for qualified professionals. Many physiotherapy roles offer flexible working hours, part-time options, and the possibility of self-employment, contributing to a better work-life balance. Now let's talk about the HCPC registration eligibility criteria. To be eligible for registration with HCPC, international physiotherapists should go through the international route for the registration process. Criteria बहुत simple है. You must have completed your training and obtained your qualification outside the UK. BPT, MPT, anything, either BPT or MPT. Your training and qualification must be pertinent to one of the professions regulated by the HCPC. And like the physiotherapy is one of the professions which HCPC deals with. And you must have at least 1 or 2 years of experience. This is required. So APC mein experience was not required. Here, you must have at least 1 or 2 years of experience in the relevant field. You should not have been previously registered with the HCPC. And again, English proficiency is required because it's UK. So these are the eligibility criteria for HCPC. Procedure or step, again, very simple. Physiotherapists who have obtained degrees outside the United Kingdom will have to go through the international route, read and understand the standard of proficiency. Kyun kya chahiye. Collect preliminary documents, prepare your course information form. So you get a course information form on the HCPC website. You have to fill that. Whatever documents are required, you have to submit it. You have to prepare your scrutiny application with course information form and documents. Pay the scrutiny fee. वो वहाँ पे जाके check करेंगे. They will check whether whatever you have declared and your documents are good or not. That is called a scrutiny. Once that is done, HCPC will assess the documents for 2 to 4 months. And once they feel that everything is good to go, HCPC sends an invitation for registration. Yeah, your documents are good, you can get registered with us. So they'll give you a link. You do a payment of 232.72 pound and you get the registration done. So it's very simple. Submit the documents, they'll check it, they'll send you a registration link, you pay the fees, it's done. This is for UK. So now you become a registered physiotherapist in UK. Okay. After that, physiotherapy registration in Australia without any exams. So I talked about physiotherapists in your home country. You move to UK with your registration, with your HCPC registration. After that, you can move to New Zealand. New Zealand also does not require any examination. Okay. After that, I'll talk about. So become a registered physiotherapist in Australia without taking any exams. The physiotherapy registration guidance by Academically offers a specifically designed step-by-step guide to help you through the United Kingdom. You move to New Zealand and then to Australia registration process. This guide assists you in becoming a registered physiotherapist in these countries ultimately leading to registration in Australia. So, physiotherapist in home country, submit your documents, get registered with UK. Again, submit your documents, get registered with New Zealand. But yahan pe you have a stop. You have a stop over here. The stop is, so earlier there was no stop. You could get registered through Australia. But now you need to have an experience of 2 years in New Zealand, and only then you can register to Australia. Okay, I'll explain again. So what you will get in this guidance program of 3 countries, list of documents needed for registration submission, step-by-step guidance throughout the registration process according to the respective country guidelines, personalized guidance session with a registered trainer, and exclusive tips on getting registered quickly and easily. Why become a physiotherapist in UK and New Zealand and Australia? As I've talked about, £40,588 of annual salary, 3,000 plus current opening for physiotherapists, 24,100 plus visas for skilled workers in UK. Talking about Australia, $95,000 annual salary, 5,000 plus current openings, and 1,85,000 plus visas for skilled workers in Australia. So what is the standard pathway? This is the bypass pathway, which I will tell you. Okay, so now you are a registered HCPC. You're registered in UK. How will you shift to New Zealand? Through the International Express pathway. You can become a registered physiotherapist in New Zealand through the International Expressway pathway. So the eligibility for this is, if the candidate currently holds unrestricted registration as a physiotherapist in UK, Ireland, Canada, or South Africa, you can directly get registered in New Zealand through the International Express pathway. So as I mentioned, we just took an example of a registered physiotherapist in HCPC. So you are a registered UK physiotherapist. You can definitely get registered in New Zealand through this pathway. So again, document submission, they will review your documents. Once they find it correct, your registration is approved, right? Okay, simple method. So now the person got registered with UK, got registered with New Zealand. Now comes the stop. Talking about Australia, you can get registered from New Zealand to Australia through the Express Flyer pathway. So as we know, Australia and New Zealand are 2 neighboring countries. So Australia and New Zealand, they have the Trans-Tasman Mutual Recognition Act, which allows any profession to have their qualifications registered or recognized in either country. So if you are registered in Australia, you can very well easily get registered in New Zealand, and vice versa, right? If you are registered as a physiotherapist in New Zealand and you have an experience of 2 years in the country, mark my words, you need to have an experience of 2 years in New Zealand to get registered in Australia. So physiotherapists who hold full registration and a current annual practicing certificate issued by the Physiotherapy Board with an experience of 2 years in New Zealand, you can submit your documents. Your initial assessment will be done. Cultural safety also has to be finished up, and then you get registered in Australia. So one pathway was the standard assessment pathway. You write the exam, you get registered, or you can move through HCPC to UK, UK to New Zealand, 2 years of experience in New Zealand, and then to Australia. So this pathway is surpassing the exam. So you have 2 options if you want to move and migrate to Australia. We'll take your questions in the end. So this was it for the physiotherapists. Everybody, we will rather take your questions in the end for all the physiotherapists out there. Now, I urge all the dentists out here to please pay attention, because we are going to talk about the Australian Dental Council exam preparatory course of ours. Let's start. Introducing our faculties to all of you. Dr. Ankita Arora, everyone. She is an ADC qualified periodontist. Dr. Chandni Shri, Dr. Krupa Lakshmi Yadav, Dr. Malik Hina, Dr. Kelly Norton, and Dr. Irene Susan. So all these faculties are experts who will guide you throughout the ADC preparatory course of us. Why choose Australia? For the dentists, again, you have 1,80,000 plus average annual salary AUD, 3,000 plus job vacancies, 1,85,000 visa offers for the dentists out there who want to migrate to Australia. The job opportunities for dentists. So 2,454 job opportunities in Australia right now. Salary $185K, which is typical salary for any dentist over there. You have a job growth of 27.8%. Job satisfaction is what you can see. So dentistry has a lot of scope in Australia as well. Benefits for dentists in Australia. You have a higher earning potential with annual salaries that go up to AUD 1 lakh. Migrating to Australia as a physiotherapist has an immensely high earning potential. Australia is known for its high standard of living, excellent healthcare, and diverse culture, making it an attractive destination for many people. There is a high demand for dentists in Australia, has a good work-life balance, you have a professional development, and free education and healthcare access is definitely there. Talking about the ADC exam, the Australian Dental Council exam, please pay attention to all the dentists out here, administered by the Australian Dental Council, is the exam you need to clear to become a registered dentist in Australia. So skilled and qualified dentists from all over the world can take this exam in their home countries. Again, it's in your home country. Clearing the ADC exam is the first step to land a dentist job in Australia. Both written and practical examinations must be successfully completed before the candidate applies for registration with the Dental Board of Australia. There's a Dental Board of Australia. With Australian Dental Council, you need to pass the written and practical exam. Once you are done with both the exams, you need to apply for registration to the Dental Board of Australia, which gives you the license to practice. Eligibility criteria are very simple. A dental degree from a recognized university of 4 years, full and unrestricted registration in your home country or country of training with no withdrawal of registration. It's the simple eligibility criteria. No experience required for ADC as well. About the ADC exam centers, you can see so many of them are there in India. Hyderabad, Pune, Surat, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Noida, Chennai, Bangalore, Gurugram, Jalandhar, Amritsar, and Chennai. Again, now exam dates, the ADC exam is conducted, guys, twice a year. So you get an opportunity twice to sit for the exam throughout the year. It's conducted in March and September. For 2025, that's next year, the exam dates are as follows. So you get the exam dates 1 year before. So you get a lot of time to prepare as well. So your first period 1 exam will be conducted on Tuesday, 18th and Wednesday, 19th March. And your period 2 exam of APC will be conducted on Tuesday, 2nd and Wednesday, 3rd September. So you have 2 opportunities, you have 2 chances to sit for the ADC exam in 1 year. How is the exam conducted? Very simple. It is divided into 2 parts. Okay. You have ADC written exam and you have ADC practical exam. While the written exam can be attended from the exam centers in your home country in India, the practical exam needs to be taken from Australia. So you can sit for the written exam in your own country, not a problem. But for practical exam, you need to go to Australia and attempt it. Steps towards your dream. Now, what are the steps to qualify the ADC exam? Initial skill assessment. They will access your documents and they'll check whether you're eligible to sit for the exam or not. आप ADC एग्जाम में बैठ सकते हो कि नहीं, आपके डॉक्यूमेंट्स ऑथेंटिक है कि नहीं, वो ये चेक करते हैं. Once they give you permission, you can apply for the ADC written exam. You have to book your seats, you have to book your slot, which is limited registration. After you pass the ADC written exam, you have to sit for the English proficiency test, which I'll tell you again. After that is done, sit for the ADC practical exam and you get a full registration. So initial skill assessment, ADC written exam, English proficiency test, practical exam, and your full registration. Skill assessment requirement. As a dentist, you need to have your BDS or MDS degree, anything will do. Your transcript, which is your consolidated mark sheet. Work experience evidence, if any. If you have experience, good. If you don't have, not a problem. Valid passport, government ID proof, passport size photograph, dental registration certificate from your state dental council or DCI or your country dental council, and a good standing certificate from your university. So these are the documents. They will assess all their documents and give you the permission to book the exam. English proficiency requirements, just like APC, IELTS, individual band score of 7, PT, minimum score of 65, OET, minimum score of 350 out of 500 or grade B. So we at Academically prepare you for ADC as well as these English courses. So you get a full package of preparation from our organization. Now, everybody, please pay attention to the ADC exam pattern. Features of the ADC exam. Total of 280 questions across 4 sections with 70 questions in each sections. So as I mentioned, your ADC exam is taken on 2 days. Okay. First day, first half, second half. Second day, first half, second half. So 4 sections. Okay. 2 hours each. So first day, 70 questions, 2 hours. First half, second half, again the same thing on the second day. So you will be allocated a period of 2 hours to complete each section. 2 sections will be scheduled on day 1 and 2 sections will be scheduled on day 2. So total time duration will be 8 hours. 2, 2, 2, 2. And result will be published in grades. So 4 sections. In every section, you need to get at least A and B to pass the exam. Okay. No negative marking. And the duration of preparation with academically is 16 weeks to prepare for the ADC exam. We have a program of 16 weeks. Expression of interest, you are eligible for permanent visa and your sponsored visa for dentist is 491 visa, which is a regional sponsored PR visa, which you get as a dentist to practice in Australia. About the ADC preparation course by Academically. So everybody, ADC preparation course by Academically is a resourceful course for global dentists to help them clear the Australian Dental Council exam. The sole aim of the course is to provide all the necessary study materials, mock exams, and support for the students to ace this exam with flying colors. Experienced course instructors have curated a well-structured curriculum and a systematic approach to ensure a thorough understanding of the exam content. Program highlights, instructor-led and self-paced content. You get a one-on-one mentoring support, extended access to the content. You can extend your access, flexible schedule as you're all working professionals, periodic webinars from industry mentors to give you immense knowledge, feedback and assessment at regular intervals, tips on CV writing and cover letter generation, and placement and visa support are the program highlights for the ADC dentists. Fee structure, as I mentioned, initial skill assessment charge you a government fee of AUD 647. ADC written exam, also called as ADC 1 exam, AUD 2122. PT preparation, which is the English course, is round about 300 AUD. And ADC 2, which is the practical exam, costs about 4,775 AUD. This is the entire fee structure for ADC exam. Now, everybody please pay attention, all the physiotherapists and dentists out there. So we have talked about physiotherapy, we have talked about dentistry. Now let's talk about the assistance which Academically gives you, whether you are a physiotherapist or you are a dentist. Financial assistance, everybody. You get interest-free loan and EMI. So in association with Eduvance, we provide interest-free loans with 12 months easy EMI option to our students so that they can fully focus on their studies and preparations without worrying about finances. We have partnered with Kuhu Edu Fintech as well, which is an online platform that provides fast and easy student loans to students whose financial burdens weigh down their dreams of becoming registered healthcare professionals overseas. Talking about the scholarships, Academically Scholarship for Abroad program. So we at Academically have a program called as ASAP, Academically Scholarship for Abroad program. We understand the importance of empowering dedicated and talented students, and thus we offer huge fee waivers and scholarships to deserving candidates via our ASAP scholarship programs. Very easy step. Number 1, visit our website, register for the test, clear the test with the required result, and you bag the scholarship. Okay, so talking about the MedConnect, so everybody, introducing you all to the MedConnect. So we have had several successful seminars, MedConnect, in which the students went and had a discussion, one-on-one interaction with our CEO and founder, Dr. Akram. We had successful events in many cities across the country. And now we are going to start with yet again MedConnect events. So the first one was very successful. So we are going to start with MedConnect 2.0. The first city where we are going to come is Delhi. Pre-registrations are open on our websites, on our Instagram portal, on social media, everywhere. You can go and get connected to, a MedConnect event of ours, and very well go and meet Dr. Akram. He'll be there in person to guide you in the MedConnect 2.0 Global Healthcare Career Launchpad in Delhi. The next city is Delhi. Why trust Academically? Reputation and legacy. Guys, 1,000 plus positive reviews and greater than 90% success rate is what we have. Highly experienced and qualified faculty who have undergone a similar journey. We have a high quality, researched and precise content in accordance with strategies to clear exams. A community of hundreds of ex-students who are successfully placed in their career, the alumni network. Personalized approach, academically, as I mentioned, provides constant counseling, mentorship, and motivation. So visit our office. Last but not the least, if you are still confused, visit our office in Australia or India to discuss with Dr. Akram and the team about your healthcare career, and we will be there to guide you. Just showing you the media coverage of ours. So we have featured in Farm Tutor, The Economic Times, News Nation, also News 18, Hindustan Times, Startuppedia. The News Nation, News 18, Startuppedia had a good coverage of our CEO. They're taking the interviews, and that is something which we are really grateful for, because getting a huge media coverage is something through which we can tell you that yes, we have been helping you and we want to help you. Academically is also featured in Outlook Magazine, Hindustan Times, Economic Times, and the Times of India. Also featured in Z News, Startup Rise, Asia Pacific. So these are the various media coverage of ours. You can also find us on Google and review us and see our ratings and the reviews which the students and the people who have been, coming up with us, who have been building relationships with us, have put up their views. So you can very well go and find that on Google as well. Presenting our social media handles to you all. So we have our social media handle in Instagram in the name of Academically and Academically.MedPrep, where you get a lot of information and all the recent updates from our organization. Also, there's a YouTube channel of our CEO in the name of Academically. So you can scan now and follow that to get all the recent updates. And last but not the least, you can contact us. So here are our contact IDs. Okay, we have our corporate office address in Dehradun, also in Australia. And these are our WhatsApp contact numbers and our one-on-one connect numbers. So you can contact us as well. So this was it from our side. Thank you so much. Now we will take up your questions. I'll stop my screen present. You can raise your hand, everybody, and one-on-one we can take the questions.
I have a question, ma'am.
One second. I'll just take up your question. Yes, so I'll call out the names one by one, and we will be answering all your questions. Okay, thank you for your patience. Okay, so first we have Emil Joseph. Emil, please unmute yourself. You can ask your question.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, actually, my doubt is if we are having that AFRA registration, does it have any validation? For example, if I am not clearing the language proficiency right now, and I have just got that for registration, we no need the language proficiency, right? And if you are getting that registration after cultural safety training, does it have any validity, like within 2 years or 1 year you should clear the examination, APC?
Okay, so good question, Emil. Now, things have changed after 18th November. So now you need to have your English proficiency. Okay, if you're already registered with AFRA, they haven't released any other information regarding this, but from now onwards, you need to have your English proficiency done. Okay, maybe for the renewal process, they could ask you, but yeah, if you now need to get registered, you need to have the English proficiency.
Okay, ma'am. And one more doubt. If I have HCPC, do I need any experience in UK?
No.
No, if you have HCPC and if you are not working in UK, we can directly move to Australia, right?
You can move to New Zealand. You have to work in New Zealand for 2 years and then you can move to Australia.
Oh, we can't directly come from UK to Australia without the exam, right?
Things have changed from 18th November. You need to have. I'll take everybody's question. Just hold on. So you need to have 2 years of experience in New Zealand. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. And then you can please keep your hand down. Okay. Next we have Shiva Shakya. Please ask a question, ma'am, and unmute yourself. Shiva Shakya, you can please unmute yourself and ask your question. Okay, next we have Shilpu Krish. You can unmute yourself and ask a question.
Hello, ma'am. Actually, my doubt is, my friend is working in Australia, and she said once we done the New Zealand registration with HCPC, we can automatically apply for Australia. So is that true, or we should have 2 years experience in New Zealand?
As I mentioned, Shilpo, you need to have, things have changed from 18 November. You need to have a 2 years of
Okay.
experience in New Zealand and only then you can practice in Australia. Okay.
Okay, is getting a work in New Zealand is easy or it's difficult with 2 years of experience in India?
So they don't count for the experience as of now. Definitely, if you have an experience, it will be a great boon to you. Okay. But you need to have an experience in
Okay.
New Zealand. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
No, what I'm asking is, ma'am, will academically help us in getting job in New Zealand
Okay,
after
Shilpa, so you
HCPC
can drop
registration?
your name and your contact number on the chat box. We will connect with you separately. Our
Okay.
counselors will get back to you and they'll give you a clarity on that. Okay.
Okay.
Specifically.
Okay, ma'am. Sure. Thanks.
Hello. Ma'am, actually, I'm sorry. Actually, disconnected because of the network. Hello.
Okay, please ask your question. 1 second, Shiva. Shilpa, you can please keep your hand down. We'll connect with you separately. Okay. Thank you. Yes, please.
Good evening, ma'am. Actually, I wanted to know after clearing the written exam for the ADC, and when we give the like for how many years it is valid that written
3
exam?
years. 3 years.
Okay, so in 3 years we have to clear that written that practical exam. So,
Practical.
will you
Correct,
be
correct.
helping with that practical exam over there, or we have to get it all alone?
Yes, we will
Okay.
help you. We are going to launch that exam also. So once you pass ADC, we will launch ADC 2 exam as well.
Okay, so you will be like helping for all the
Yes,
practical
we will
things,
help
whatever
all the steps.
exactly
Yes.
we will be practicing in Australia particularly.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. You can please keep your hand down, Shiva. Dr.
Yes.
Mudassir, you can unmute yourself and you can ask a question.
Ma'am, I have two questions.
Yes.
First of all, is it true that in December SCPC required IELTS band more than 7? Is it true?
You require 7, minimum 7. Okay.
In December, but now I can registered on the base of English proficiency letter.
Sorry, sir, I couldn't get you. Sir will answer.
Yes,
Sir, please
yes, you
answer.
can register.
Ma'am, I am just asking. I heard the news that in December, for the registration of SCBC, we required IELTS band more than 7. But now I can register on the base of English proficiency letter. Is it true?
Not based on the letter. I mean, you need English proficiency test. So I think you are asking the letter from your college that your medium of instruction
Yeah.
of your degree is in English and you can get the exemption out.
All right. But I heard the news that in December this it will be changed and you
Yes,
need
अभी
test.
वो नहीं होगा. अभी they are asking you must need to pass OET or IELTS score.
All right. Second question is that I have passed my DPT with 5 years degree, and I have 6 years experience. So I need more 1.5 years experience. Can I register now for SCBC?
Yes, you can register now.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Dr. Mudassir, you can keep your hand down. Next, Dr. Ruksar, you can unmute yourself and ask your doubt.
Okay. Actually, I want to know that is there any SCPC for dentist?
No, ma'am. No. It's for physiotherapists. There are
No.
15
Okay.
professions.
And second question is that can okay.
Yes.
Okay, can I do MDS in Australia? And if I can do MDS in Australia, so in between that period, can I work as a dentist too,
You
as a
cannot.
general dentist?
If you want to do PG in any clinical branch in Australia, first you need to pass ADC 1 and 2, get your full registration in Australia, then only you can apply. Okay. Non-clinical course you can do
Okay,
directly
thank you.
without writing the exam, non-clinical. But clinical, you need to pass the exam, get registration to practice in Australia, then you can apply for PG. Yes,
Okay,
Dr.
thank you.
Chanu, next.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, next, Dr. Amreen. Amreen, you can please unmute yourself and ask your doubt. Amreen Mohammed.
So what is the procedure for dentists in UK?
So, yes, Sonal, you can.
Yes, sir. So in UK, you have LDS exam, Amreen, to pass. Okay. That's a separate exam like
Okay.
ADC. Yeah. So you have a separate pattern and everything. So you need to pass that in order to practice in UK. Okay.
But
That
the
is
main
Okay.
problem, you need to be in UK to write that exam. You cannot try it
Okay.
in your home country.
Okay. And also, is there any kind of bypass for dentists as well, like without writing the exam?
No shortcut for dentist.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Next, Parul Gupta,
Shivana?
you can unmute yourself. Yes, sir. Parul Gupta, you can unmute yourself.
Sir, you said that we can do non-clinical branches in Australia, like what, like oral pathology and oral medicine, we can do directly without clearing the ADC exam.
Yeah, any like public health, pharmacology, this and that. Jitni non-clinical branch, directly you just need to apply for the university and you can get the admission. So you need to check individual university website for the admissions for non-clinical branch.
For the PG course.
Yes.
So for PG course.
Yes, I'm telling, yes, PG in non-clinical, you can apply. Please check on university website. For example, if you want to apply for University of Sydney, now go to their website and see their requirement as they mention for each course. So for example, they have public health dentistry. Okay, you can enroll in that course. No need to have registration for that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Parul, you can please keep your hand down. Next, we have Meena. You can please unmute yourself and ask your doubt.
Hi, thank you for the wonderful session. I want to ask, can you guide me for the teaching positions in these countries? Because I am experienced in teaching as well as clinicals.
Yeah, first you
So
need to
I'm
register.
not looking for a...
First, you need to register yourself as a registered dentist. Then you can apply.
No, sir, I am a physiotherapist.
Physiotherapist also, same thing. I mean, you need registration. Without registration, they will not allow to work, because you cannot teach the student without you are practicing there. Registration is mandatory for the healthcare professionals to work in these countries, even in academics.
Okay, so what is the fee structure of your company, sir, as you for
You need to
HCPC?
okay. You can drop your phone number, email. So separately, our team will connect to you.
In the chat box, I should drop my email?
Yes,
Hope
yes,
our
yes, yes,
counselors
yes.
will connect with you. Okay.
Sure,
Separately.
sure.
Once again, a reminder for all of you, please drop your name and contact number in the chat box so that we can one-on-one get a consultation for you with our expert counselors. Okay, next we have Shibana. Shibana, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, I was planning for applying for this March. Is the deadline over or can I still apply for this March?
For ADC?
ADC.
It's done.
Yes,
It's done.
it's done. Okay.
Okay, can you please keep your hand down? Okay, next, Tanya Dwivedi. You can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hi, good evening, sir, ma'am. I want to ask how tough is the clinical exam for Australia as a physiotherapist, and even if we are not passing the clinical exam, can we work as a physiotherapist there?
Yeah.
Or
Not
and how many
physiotherapist.
attempts?
You can work as an assistant physiotherapist. You can work. You cannot work independently. You need to work under the supervision of another physiotherapist until you got your full license after you pass your clinical exam. So if you fail, you can repeat that exam. So there is no issue in that.
And how many attempts are there for
Multiple
clinic?
attempt, you can take as many you need, but each attempt have a fees you need to pay separately.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tanya. You can please keep your hand down. Next, Himadri, you can unmute yourself and ask your question. Himadri, you can please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Guys, please leave your phone number, email in the chat box. If you want to connect with our team and want to get 1 hour free consultation, one-on-one, video chat. So please leave your phone number, email with country code. So our team will connect you straight away.
Okay, I think Himadri is not available. Next, let's move on to Amamma. Amamma, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
I want to know about the English proficiency test before giving APC. We can choose by ourselves between these three, IELTS, PT, and OET, and what's the difference between these three?
This is up to you. You can write IELTS or OET or PT. इन तीनों में से एक ही आपको पास करना है.
And which one is like the easy or the better
You can go for
one to choose?
PT or OET, recommended from our side.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Amamma, you can please keep your hand down if you are done. Next, we have Hiranya. Hiranya, you can please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah, good evening. I heard that there's temporary registration in London. After BDS, can we go without registration?
No, you need to pass.
You can go on a study visa, but you cannot there is no such visa for you. You are in your home country.
Okay.
For that. Yeah.
Like temporary registration, we can work there.
As a physiotherapist or as a
Dentist.
dentist? No, you cannot. I mean, there is a separate exam you need to pass, and only you can work. We are not talking about. We are only providing assistance for dentists for Australia.
Okay.
We are not assisting for UK
Okay.
because the issue in UK, you need to be in UK to write the exam.
Yes.
And for ADC, you can write in India.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
You need to go to King's College London and sit and write the exam. So that is not a provision for you. Okay.
Feasible, basically,
Okay.
Getting a visa is very difficult.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Rania. You can please keep your hand down.
Okay.
Next, we have Classic Cherry. You can unmute yourself and you can ask your question. Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Until what age can we appear for the ADC exam, and how many attempts are we allowed? Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. So there is no age gap.
Okay.
There is no age gap. You can apply for the examination whenever you want.
And how many attempts are we allowed?
Multiple attempts.
Multiple attempts. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Himadri. Please unmute yourself and you can ask your doubt.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the seminar. What my question is, can we directly apply for the registration of New Zealand instead of doing HCPC and then New Zealand and then
Yes,
Australia?
you can, but usually what happens is it takes a lot of time, Himadri. Like if you are registration New Zealand is not a big thing. That is also a standard registration pathway. You have that pathway, but it takes a lot of time. But if you are an XCPC registered, so through the express pathway, you get your things done quickly. That is one of the advantage. It's because of the time. Otherwise, you can get registered, not a problem.
Okay. Could you explain how much time is for directly application?
Usually, it's mentioned that 6 months is something which is normal. Like 4 to 6 months. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Himadri. You can please keep your hand down. Next, we have Mehvesh. Mehvesh, you can please unmute yourself and ask your query.
Yes, good evening.
Good
Actually,
evening.
I wanted to ask if we'll be guided, if Academically will guide us in MDS in Australia after writing ADC.
You are asking us after 4 or 5 years, we will help you or not, and not just. So it is a long journey to get PG in Australia. Yes, we will generally will guide you before that, And I'm not sure if after 5 years you will be connected to us or not, because most of the students pass the exam and they forget us.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
So we will guide. Once you pass the exam, we will guide you this the things you need to do.
Okay, okay.
Thank you, Mahavash. You can please keep your hand down. Okay. Next, Mageshwari, please unmute yourself and ask your query.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Ma'am, I want to know that for a physiotherapist, you told like HCPC registration for UK, right? So, those are only documentation verification. Will there be any like rejection in the document verification, and further we can't apply again like that?
No. Okay, so what happens is you submit a document. The scrutiny, as I mentioned, is of 2 to 4 months. So whatever reverts they have or whatever things they find fishy, they'll send you an email that you need to. Mahavash, you can please keep yourself on mute. It would be a great help. Yeah, thank you. So Mageshwari, so what happens is you submit the documents. The scrutiny is basically the checking which they do. So whatever problems they find in your documents, they'll send you an email and then tell you to upload it again. Okay. So you
Okay.
need proper monitoring. Like we at Academically, we help we keep a monitoring for the students with whom we cater to this source. So we then ask them to give us documents, we upload them again. So there's nothing that they'll ban you or something like that.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So,
Thank
how much long? Like, probably, as you said, it will take like 2 to 4 months, and
Yes.
after that, we will be a registered physiotherapist in UK. So, how do we get a job there, ma'am? Actually, like, we'll get the registration. How to apply there and where to apply?
So once you get the UK registration, no, Mageshwari, there is an NHS portal of Scotland and London. Okay, National Health System portal. So there you have the job listings for physiotherapists. So you can apply anywhere, and they'll call you for an interview, which is an online interview. If you get selected or whatever process they have, then your company which hires you gives you a certificate of sponsorship,
Okay.
and they'll giving you the visa support and everything.
Okay, ma'am.
You can migrate and then you can, practice.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. You can please keep your hand down if you're done. Next, Dr. Samimu, you can please unmute yourself and ask your query.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good evening. I'm an orthodontist, practicing as an orthodontist in India, and I want to know what is the process to practice as orthodontist or as a specialist in New Zealand or as well as in Australia.
Okay, so there is no scope of specialist as of now. You need to go first as general dentist only, sir, and practice through ADC. Okay, right? Dr. Akram, if you can help me with this.
Yes, Indian degree is a 3-year degree. This is a partial comparable because PG in Australia is a 5 years. So Indian degree acceptable नहीं है ऑस्ट्रेलिया में to practice as a specialist. तो आपको Senate pathway के through ही जाना पड़ेगा.
And what is the process for general dentistry in New Zealand?
We are not helping for New Zealand, but similarly exam है वहाँ पर भी. Similar to ADC, you need to pass those exams for New Zealand.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Dr. Samimu, you can please keep your hand down. Yeah, thank you. Next, Shehzad Bhatt, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Hello, good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am, my question is which healthcare professional in Australia gives more salary?
आप कौन से हेड के प्रोफेशनल हो?
मैम सर मैं अभी एडमिशन लेना चाहता हूँ सर हेल्थ केयर प्रोफेशन में, तो
ठीक है,
मैं
तो
यही जानना
MBBS करो और MS करो, ठीक है?
जी सर,
उसका सैलरी
जी
हाई
जी
होता है.
जी सर.
Yes, next.
Yes, Dr. Ruksar. Okay, thank you, Shehzad. Dr. Ruksar, you can please unmute yourself and ask. Dr. Ruksar, do we have you?
Actually, my question is that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, please speak.
Yes, my question is that if any medical student is not able to clear the FMG exam, So is there any country they can work, or is there any pathway for them to work as a doctor? Or is there any country from where
Yes,
they can do their
you
internship?
can you can write your
How, sir?
you can write AMC exam, you can write USMLE, PLAB also you can write without registration, without FMG.
Without clearing that FMG exam.
Yes, yes, yes.
The student has done his MBBS from Kyrgyzstan, and
अरे
after
कहीं से
that,
भाई
he hasn't done any internship. Okay,
पता है ठीक है आप कर सकते हो स्टिल तो
okay.
यू नीड टू
तो
पास
सर क्या
AMC वन
करना होगा?
प्लस इंग्लिश देन यू नीड टू अप्लाई फॉर internship in Australia.
Okay,
You need to pass
okay,
AMC
okay.
one plus English,
So,
then you can apply
will
internship.
you help in clearing the AMC exam?
Yes.
Yes, you are on the
You
wrong
can guide us
basically.
for AMC exam.
यस आप बेसिकली रॉन्ग ज्वाइन कर लिया है ये दिस इज फॉर डेंटिस्ट्री और मेडिकल का हमने लास्ट वीक किया था ठीक है बट वी हेल्प ऑल हेल्थ केयर प्रोफेशनल वेदर यू आर ए मेडिकल डॉक्टर डेंटिस्ट
Okay,
फार्मासिस्ट नर्स फिजियोथेरेपिस्ट ऑप्टोमेट्रिस्ट सबका ए टू जेड प्रोसेस हम लोग कराते हैं तो यू कैन लीव योर फोन नंबर ईमेल इन आवर चैट बॉक्स सो आवर टीम विल कनेक्ट यू सेपरेटली एंड दे विल गाइड यू regarding the AMC pathway. Okay.
Okay, Dr. Ruxar, did you get your answer?
okay. So, sir, in any other country we can work as a yeah, one more question.
Sir, you can just
We can work
Dr. Ruxar,
in
one
any
second.
other country.
Yes, yes,
Look,
that's
sir,
what
you are.
Uh,
This is the
you
main.
can drop your हाँ आप अपना
I
नाम
mean,
drop कर दें.
yes. First of all, you are not a doctor until you pass the exam, right?
Okay,
Your degree is equal to a BSc basically. आप so, but
okay.
now आप FMG पास नहीं कर पा रहे हो और वहां आपने इंटर्नशिप किया नहीं आप कोई कंट्री में प्रैक्टिस नहीं कर सकते हो now you need to pass the exam. You can pass USMLE for US, PLAB for UK और AMC for Australia. आपको ये एग्जाम कोई भी पास करना होगा उसके पाथवे पे जाना पड़ेगा अब आपके लिए ठीक है सर so I'm trying to you just need to share your number and our
Okay,
AMC will connect you and he will guide you.
okay.
Thank you, Dr. Ruxar. You can please keep your hand
So,
down.
thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Amreen, you can unmute yourself and ask your query, please.
Actually, I'm a student of
Okay.
BDS. So I wanted to ask when is the ideal time to start preparing
When
for
you are in your
ADC?
final year internship के time पे a good time right
Okay.
time.
So during the internship, should I give the
You
exam?
cannot give the exam. You can start your preparation. You only give the exam once
In the internship
you
year.
only can write the exam once you got your degree and you got your registration as a
Okay.
dentist in your home country.
Okay. So no need for any experience
No,
in my
yes.
home country, right?
Home country का registration mandatory है, not the
Okay.
experience.
Okay.
Thank you, Amreen.
Okay, so
Thank you. Please
thank
keep
you.
your hand down.
Thank you.
Next, Shahid Ali, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Good evening, ma'am. I joined late. I want to know about the fee structure for ADC.
Okay, sir,
First
you
of all,
can.
first basically you need to attend a ADC test. Okay. Based on your score in that test, we will give you the scholarship. Then we'll let you know how much you need to pay. So please drop your phone number, email in the chat box. So our team will connect you, give you the link, and you need to attend that test. Attend test is the free. Okay. Attend the
Okay.
test, and based on your mark, we'll let you know.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Shahid.
So we are providing up to 50% scholarship in all the courses are academically. Okay. So you need to attend the test. Whether you are a physiotherapist or a medical doctor or dentist, pharmacist, सबके लिए same ही है. सबका अलग-अलग exam है basically. Yes, Meena,
Okay.
can you please unmute?
Yeah, sorry, just a quick query. If we clear HCPC, then it will be applicable for teaching jobs in New Zealand as well?
Yes, वो automatically न्यूजीलैंड में हो जाएगा. Yes. I mean, you guys are not understanding what is the meaning of New Zealand. न्यूजीलैंड में एक ही कॉलेज होगा फिजियोथेरेपी का और एक कॉलेज में आपको क्या ही जॉब देगा वो, है ना। तो यू नीड टू
बट
सी कि भाई
आपने बोला
कितना
ना
स्कोप
सर
है।
कि अगर आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जाना चाहते हैं तो 2 इयर्स आपको न्यूजीलैंड में वर्क करना होगा,
हाँ, तो
इसीलिए।
न्यूजीलैंड बहुत ही छोटा कंट्री है, आप ये भी तो देखो। वहां पर कितने कॉलेज होंगे फिजियोथेरेपी के जो आपको टीचिंग का जॉब देंगे।
तो तो फिर इसमें तो फिर मतलब फिर कैसे ऑस्ट्रेलिया में टीचिंग में जाएंगे सर?
आपने पीएचडी किया हुआ है? क्या किया आपने?
सर मैंने पीएचडी किया हुआ है।
कितने कितने साल का एक्सपीरियंस है आपको?
18 इयर्स।
तो आई मीन आपका एज कितना हो गया? 45 प्लस?
42।
42. Okay. So you if you have research already, then you can try for postdoc. Okay. And you also can go in that pathway. The postdoctoral research वगैरह आप में जा सकते हो आप, then you can try for registration and then academics.
Sir, do you assist in that?
अरे भाई, I'm a professor, तो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ रास्ता। आपने पीएचडी किया, आपको खुद मालूम होना चाहिए क्या करना है। बच्चे तो हो नहीं आप, लेकिन ये एक्सपीरियंस है, यू आर मोर एक्सपीरियंस देन मी बेसिकली। तो उसमें कोई असिस्टेंट की नीड नहीं है, यू जस्ट नीड टू फाइंड ए प्रोफेसर। अब आपने जिसमें आप रिसर्च करते हो उसको प्रोफेसर ढूंढो ऑस्ट्रेलिया में, और उसको ईमेल करो कि भाई यू वांट टू डू सम रिसर्च अंडर योर गाइडेंस, एंड इवन के बाद में फंड होगा, डेफिनेटली दे विल रिप्लाई टू यू एंड यू कैन गो टू दैट। Even you can try for postdoc or research fellow jobs in your research field.
Sir,
So
I
how
was
many
trying
publications
and
you have
couldn't
basically?
find, so that's why I was asking
How
whether
many
you.
publications you have basically?
20 plus publication in Scopus Index journals.
इसको पता, how many in the total, how much you have the impact factor?
That's what I'm asking, saying 20 plus in Scopus Index journals.
नहीं, I'm asking impact factor. Impact factor समझते हो?
That will I have to
जनरल
count.
का,
I
yes,
know,
ISI
sir.
इंडेक्स जनरल में अगर आपने किया है, नाउ इंडिया में बहुत सारे जर्नल्स हैं जो स्कोपस इंडेक्स में पब्लिकेशन दे देते हैं पैसे लेके। वो ऑस्ट्रेलिया को मालूम है और वो उनको काउंट नहीं करता। दैट्स व्हाई आई एम आस्किंग वेरी स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन कि
सर
ISI
वो जो
इंडेक्स
मेरी
जनरल्स में।
पब्लिकेशंस है वो पैसे वाले जर्नल्स में नहीं है।
हाँ, तो नहीं, वो इसलिए कहना, जर्नल्स की भी रैंकिंग होती है, Q1 Q2
हाँ
Q3
सर, जो
Q4 कौन सा
वेबसाइट पे
है।
इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर आता है ना सर, वो फ्रॉड ही होता है।
अगर
मैं
अच्छा होगा, जो कोई अच्छा होगा तो दे विल रिप्लाई द प्रोफेसर बिकॉज यू हैव 18 ईयर एक्सपीरियंस। मेरा 10 साल का एक्सपीरियंस है, मेरा है 200 इम्पैक्ट फैक्टर, सो नाउ यू सी ऑस्ट्रेलिया क्या होता है, पूरी दुनिया ट्राई करती है वहां पर, तो वहाँ कंपटीशन बहुत हाई हो जाता है। बट यू कैन ट्राई, जितने भी प्रोफेसर हैं उनको आप ईमेल कर सकते हो, ठीक है।
जी ठीक, थैंक यू।
Thank you, Meena. Next, Karthik, please unmute yourself and ask a question.
Am I audible actually?
Yes.
Yes, Karthik.
Yeah. So I want to know, like, is it difficult to pass ADC? Like, how is the passing percentage? Anything about
Yeah,
that?
I mean, difficult but not impossible. A lot of Indian doctors, dentists basically pass this exam. So mostly they ask basically the questions from clinical. So if your clinical is strong, you are able to pass the exam.
Like, is it like difficult like NEET actually? NEET exam in India? Is it that
I can
much
say,
compared? Yeah.
I mean, similar difficulty level, I can say, but they are more emphasizing on the clinical part.
Okay. Like I used to hear that it's like difficult to pass the practical actually.
But you pass part one, and then think about the practical. Lot of Indian, you can find in LinkedIn, lot of Indian dentists, they are practicing in Australia. So, if you pass the exam in India, obviously I can say difficulty level similar to the NEET PG.
Okay.
Thank you, Karthik.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Any other
Manoj, you
query?
want? Yeah.
Okay, sir, I think it's done. No other queries as of now.
I mean, if you want to add something.
Yes, sir. Okay, we have one query, sir. Suresh, you can unmute yourself and please ask.
Hello.
Yes, Suresh.
Sir, good evening, sir. I'm a physiotherapist.
Okay.
I'm planning to move Australia. 15 years experience physiotherapist. I'm from Chennai.
Okay. Okay, so as I mentioned, there are two pathways, Suresh. Standard Assessment
Okay.
Pathway and HCPC. You can drop your name and your email ID and your contact number. Our team will explain you the entire process. Whatever possibilities are there, both the processes will be explained to you. You can have a proper one-on-one 1 hour interaction. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Suresh. So,
Thank
Karthik,
you.
just a bit to add with what Dr. Akram said. It's a clinical exam. Okay, ADC is a clinical exam. NEET PG is a total different exam. You don't have a lot of clinical questions. You have subjective questions as well. So, it's not difficult until and unless you prepare for it and you aim for it. Nothing is difficult. Okay, I'm sure you are a BDS student, so you would have passed your NEET exam also. NEET UG with a lot of effort. So, if you can do that, prepare for this also. ADC is not impossible. Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone else? Any other query? Suresh, you can please keep your hand down. Thank you. Sir, I think we are good to wrap up the session.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, thank you everybody for joining, and thank you for dropping your name and the chat box and your contact number. Our counselor team will get back to you, and we had a great evening with all of you. I hope we were able to cater a lot of information to all of you, and thank you for joining our webinar, and that's it from our side. Bye bye. See ya. Take care. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.